Hello, everyone. We're going to skip our intro. It's not loading for some reason. How is everyone?
Hey, travel planning coming to you from the allure of the seas. That's right. And the ship is packed. We had a couple of locations picked out, but we could not. It is packed. When I tell you it's packed, and we've been on Oasis class ships, and there's 2,000 kids on here under the age of 18. It's very interesting. Under 12, 800. Some of the states are still having a spring break right after Easter, so they took advantage of it. But I will tell you, not an issue. The ship flows good, just a lot louder. So a couple of spots we wanted to have.
Elevators take longer.
Yeah, elevators taking longer. So, but a great cruise. Anyway, saw our live. Look at our live leaving Nassau. That's really good. We also did a time lapse from there, which we'll post when we can. And the drink of the week won't post. So we've been trying for 2 hours to post it. It may go through. So we have a great drink of the week, and that's coming from Allure of the Seas, from one of the bartenders. So yeah, take a look at that. I won't spoil it. So all right, with that said, let's go. What you got?
Let's get started. All right, so this week we're going to talk a little bit about Norwegian. I would put my graphics up, but Norwegian Dawn. It's been all over the news, Facebook. There were 8 passengers that were left in Africa. It was a 21-day, left Africa, and it was going to end in Barcelona. There was 8 passengers that were left in Africa. At first, the story came out that Norwegian left 8 passengers an excursion, and I knew that was probably not the accurate story, because if they did an excursion through Norwegian, they would have waited for them. But I guess they were on a private excursion. They were late coming back to the boat. They did say that they reached out to the ship to wait for them. However, when you do your own excursion and you don't do one through Norwegian or any cruise line, they're not going to wait for you. So they ended up, I think it took them about 5 days or so. They ended up getting back on the boat. They had to fly to all these different places, and there was a language barrier. And of course, they didn't have a lot of money because everything was on the boat. They were able to catch back up with the boat and get on. So we always say
we talk about that.
Especially in foreign countries, please take your excursions through the boat or through a company like Viator that guarantees to get you back to the boat, or they will pay your expenses to get you to the boat. So,
well, we talk about a lot. You can get like local area tours and stuff, cheaper and whatnot, but as long as they're not all day, not something that's going to be gone and you're really close on time. If you're in port for 7-8 hours and the whole thing total will only be 2 or 3 hours, well then it's worth it. But maybe it's up to you. But
maybe I don't recommend.
We're just listen. We can only recommend. You're taking it. It's a classic example.
Yes, but also like I said, the ship did leave the passports with the harbor master because that's what they do, or the person that's in charge of the port. They left the passports so that people could get to where they needed to go, but they did make I think they had to go through 7 countries to get back on the boat, because they went to one and they were trying to get on it, but the ship couldn't dock because of the weather and water. It was too shallow that day. So, but the wife was commented and saying she didn't know if she wanted to get back on the boat because of what they did to them. And Norwegian did not do that to them. They did it to themselves. So let's get that one thing straight. Norwegian did not do it to them. So anyway, just the facts, don't believe everything.
Well, and the other thing is that there's a couple of thousand other people on that ship.
Yeah.
Sometimes they're close on time. Well, they'll have to cut another port short, or their timing, or they only have so much time to be at a certain spot, and it's costing other people from being able to get back out to sea. Casinos opening back up, drink packages, stuff like that.
Well, first of all the other passengers got on the boat in time, so
it's unfortunate for them. We can just say that it's unfortunate for them, but it's not the ship's fault.
Correct.
And it's not 25 other people's fault.
Don't be interviewed saying it's the ship's fault and they did you wrong, because they did not do you wrong. So anyway,
as far as we know, okay.
As far as we know, but
Okay, so drink of the week, we got that. Let's talk about the bridge in Norfolk, in Norfolk, the bridge in Maryland, opening up its channel. Still going to be some time there but they got some boats being able to go through, but the channel's it's not deep, so they can't bring in the big ships yet. But they're working on that. That'll be they're making moves on that, which has caused some other cruise lines. Everybody had to deviate from there.
So the ships that would normally sail out of there are now going to go out of Norfolk, Virginia. But the beverage package, it will not work till the second day because they have laws that you cannot do a beverage package in Virginia. It's also that way if you cruise out of New York and from Texas. It's the laws, Texas, New York, Virginia. You have to wait. You purchase it, but you can't start using it till the second day. So if you purchase on the first day, you have to buy. Dennis and I experienced that going out of New York, and they don't deduct it. Like they don't say, okay, we'll give you a credit the next day. They don't do that.
Extra plus that.
So we ended up spending $100. So just beware.
Yeah, you have to pay. You don't charge you for that day of the drink package, but you have to pay for all your drinks, and it's not credited back. So the drink package is cheaper, but you have to pay for all the drinks. So also talking about that, the bridge mishap. Things can happen, right? I mean, I'm sure that everybody understands that bridge was delays and stuff like that. Be flexible. We talk about this all the time. You might not make a port due to weather. There might be mechanical failures on a ship where they don't have the propulsion or something, and they miss a port. Just remain flexible with that. Enjoy your cruise. I know everything does go perfect, and I know it ruins some people's cruise, but if you have these, prepare for that to be flexible. Yep. And if you do that, get over it, then go enjoy the ship. Go enjoy the other ports. Do whatever you got to do. And if it's something, an incident or something, they will always refund or give you some credits back. So we've had it before, but they've given us credits. We've also missed ports before. We're supposed to go Eastern Caribbean. We went Western and vice versa. We did that 3 different times. We just made the best of it. So don't let it ruin your day. Okay. So Bridge in Maryland, we got that. I had another thing. Oh, MSC Cruises. We want to talk about that. We don't talk a lot, right? Yeah. And they're a great cruise line. And actually, we just had a group of Marines that Amy had booked, and they had a fantastic time. Retired Marine. MSC World America, which is sailing in April of 2025, which we can't wait. We're going to go on that sailing. They've announced what it's going to look like in as far as setups, and they're going. They call them 7 districts, where like Royal Caribbean calls them neighborhoods. 7 districts, and divided up the areas and spacing so that people can, if you want leisure time, there's leisure areas. You want full run of it, bars, entertainment. They have a tranquil area. They have family area. So they have it set up very see it, and we'll be on it, and we'll be able to bring you some lives from there. But we're excited to see that. We are enjoying their adjustments that they've made to America, that some of the deviations they had with food, and Americans had complained about the food being more Mediterranean style versus American style. Well, they fixed a lot of that, and they're just doing a good job now. Hats off to that. Also, the yacht club, they talked about their yacht club, which is their exclusive area that you can buy, upgraded area where it comes with butler 24/7. They have a restaurant, their own bar, their own pool area.
Similar to the Haven, if most some of
Haven on Norwegian.
Norwegian, yeah.
Yeah, that's their.
They were actually the first cruise line to start something, the yacht club. Then Norwegian took it from them and created the Haven. So.
And then we got April of all the best and the latest on that stuff. So let's talk real quick about NASA. We were we don't get off all the time on the cruise because we've been in NASA so many times. So we pretty much today we decided to take the water taxi, which they've improved that. The water taxis now are inside the, well, yeah, so instead of having to go all the way out of the port to get on it, it's inside the port to get on it. However, when you're done with the water taxi, they bring you all the way to the end outside, and you have to come back through the whole new area. You have to walk the long distance because you got to check back in. They don't have a system yet for the water taxis to check you back in with your ID. So the government still has to check you in on the outside to come back in.
But still, they need to tell you that when you get on it, because otherwise we'd have probably done a taxi. And then Robert says we're breaking up. That's just the Wi-Fi. If you want to go back and watch it, it'll probably be better after it posts. We're in here soon because we know it's in and out. So
yeah, we're out. We're about maybe 50 miles outside, 40 miles outside Nassau. So back on that, one suggestion: it's all a fenced area, and it's controlled access to go to the water taxi inside on the outside of the cruise ships, or the cruise ships on the other side of the pier, so you can walk down and go there. They just need to put somebody there and have the water taxis come back there and check everybody back in. That's what they need to do. They could have done that.
They could do that.
They could do that. They just it was harder for the water taxis, and you had to have the long walk back to the ship. Okay. So enough of that. We love Nassau.
Let's talk about stocks really quick before we lose. Royal Caribbean 138.49, Norwegian 19.28, and Carnival 15.37. So 15.37.
Okay, and we got joke of the week is a grandpa joke, which it's kind of interesting. It's funny. I think it's funny. I had a bunch of grandpa jokes. I am a grandpa now, so what was grandpa's last words before he kicked the bucket? Do you want to see how far I can kick this bucket? Oh my God, but he kicked the bucket, and he kicked the bucket.
Stupid jokes. Thank you, everyone who got on. Hey, Donna, thank you. You'll be leaving and coming to the Bahamas. They're Sandals Friday.
I just talked to somebody that's going to Sandals. Yeah. Barbados.
We're going to Sandals on Friday. We are, again, Dennis said we're on the Allure. We will be back on Friday, but tomorrow we go back to Coco Cay. We love the private beach club for adults so much. We're going to do
Hideaway Beach.
Hideaway Beach.
Yep, we're going to try and get some lives from there. We're going to get some videos and some other things. We're going back there at 7 a.m. So we'll be off the ship early. Love that. Love that. Let us know. Okay.
Yes, Friday. Donna's Friday. Yes, Friday.
Friday. Good job.
Friday.
Fun it is. Fun it is.
Yeah. If we're breaking up, just come back and watch it. It should, when I do load it and save it to Facebook, it should keep up. So sorry, we did the best we can.
Yeah. Normally, Royal Caribbean has the greatest, but we think they're overwhelmed. The system is completely overwhelmed because we think the ship is sold out because there's 2,000 kids. Allegedly 2,800 under 12.
The Wi-Fi is
a lot of families probably.
I think because so many people are on it and the kids are on it is.
I'm sure the kids are streaming and all that stuff.
Yeah, because last week it was not this bad. Over the weekend when we were on, it was not this bad. So anyway, well, we are going to head to dinner tonight. We're going to
look at the lives.
Oh yeah, we're going to the spaghetti place.
Yeah, we're going to
the
Italian restaurant tonight.
Place delicious.
Yep.
All right, guys. Well, we will see you next week. Have a wonderful weekend. Everyone enjoy their weekend, and we'll be back to you next week.
And to look for our stuff tomorrow.
Yep.
From Hideaway Beach. Some more lives. All right, stay safe, everyone.
Have a good weekend. Bye, guys.
Bye.